Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Nice to see you. I hope you're well. Right, we're super excited. It's the start of the boating season, but unfortunately, as you know from last year, I damaged my boat. We've got a puncture in the side and there was an old repair on the floor that has failed, and the floor is actually coming away from the tubes. So we're going to get into it, but first of all, we've got a bit of an issue with the there's like a lock on the transom bolts, so no one can steal the engine, but the padlock has gone rusty and we're going to have to try and jimmy it off somehow because the key is just not undoing it. Basically, this is an anti-theft device and it's got a padlock on there, as you can see. There you go. And the problem is that it's so rusted from the salt water, we can't get it undone. So we've got to try now to get it off somehow. I might have to phone my old trusty mate Colin with his angle grinder. We might have to cut that off, I'm not sure. Let's give it a go. So what we've done, we've sprayed it with WD-40. I was just about to ring Colin, but I think we'll have another little crack at it and see if we can just break this loose. There's only a little bit of rust inside the lock, so hopefully we can get it out. Right, let's give it a little tap with an hammer. Oh, I think it's coming. Yes, got it! Haha, it's off! Sweet! I ain't got to cut nothing. That's good. Means I can reuse the security lock. There we go, that was so rusted in there. Tiny little thing. Right, now we've got the lock off, this should just slide off. There we go, she's off. Then we've got to loosen this off. Where's the WD-40? A little bit of that on there. This ain't come off for a long time, so a little bit of that on there. They are so tight. These are so tight. Right, it was proving really difficult to get these off. They've been on here, oh, they must have been on there for at least 4 or 5 years, and they're so stiff. But what we've done, we're using this as like a lever, because that handle, you try and twist it, it digs in your palm and it hurts so much. So we're actually putting this back on as like a pivot tool, and we've managed to loosen it off. So tight though. Oh, it definitely weren't going to fall off, that's for sure. I'm getting it. Right, that's that one loose. Right, just got to do this one now. Get this one off. Right, get the bar on there. Oh, that's really loose now. There we go. That one actually wasn't that tight. Obviously the weight of the engine's making it tight now, so I need to lift the engine up. If I lift the engine up, can you undo it?
Yep.
Right, I'm going to lift the weight off of it. He's going to try and undo that last one. Right, let's get this lump off. Ready? 2, 3. You take the weight. Whew, that is one heavy mother bitch. We just rested it down on the floor. Right, let's tear this boat apart. Well, actually, just before we tear the boat apart, I'm going to show you why we're doing this. For those of you that don't already know, we've got a hole in the side. And if I find it here, just there is a split. We've got to try and repair that. And at the front, the floor, just say that the floor is coming apart. So we've got to try and re-stick that somehow. Right, let's get into it. Right, first thing first, need to get everything out. For some reason we got motorbike boots in there, I don't know how they ended up in there. Life jackets, anchor bag, ear defenders, yeah, what the hell were they in there for? That's what happens over the winter. Things just get thrown about. Oh, there's the other boot. You ready?
I'm ready.
2, 3.
Turn my dog. Right, letting it down then, yeah?
Yeah. Oh yeah, there we go.
Does that do the whole front, that one, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Halfway through, is it? It's in three sections. That, 2, and then 1 in the front. That's good, really. And then you've got 1 for the floor. It's good.
It's coming. That's 1 out. This is going to give me a good opportunity to clean it all before I put it all back together. So she'll be mint for this year if we can get her to hold the air. We need to get her waterworthy. There's another one. Right, now we can get this floor out and actually see what the problem is under there. And that will slide out. That's it.
Yours?
I've got it. I've got it.
All right.
Yeah. Ah! There we go. It's pretty dirty in there. There we go. There's the problem. I have no idea if we're going to be able to do this. To be fair, this is like a rubber. If you feel that, it's just like a material. Feel it?
You feel it.
Yeah, I wonder how this is going to go. Right, so to do this repair, I've got a little kit here that I've bought from a rib repair shop. I've got the patch material to fix the puncture. I've got a roller, the wooden roller, a little brush with a glue, got the 2-pack glue in there. We've got a cleaner to clean the material before we actually apply the glue. We've got that to apply the cleaner with. Let's get fixing. Right, so what we've done, we've taken the floor out, we've turned the boat upside down. Here is the puncture. Well, it's more of a split really. So obviously I've got to do a internal patch, and then I've got to put a patch on the top on the outside, so it's sandwiched between the two. Now the patch has to be at minimum of 1.5 inches around the outside of the split or puncture. What I've done to try and get this as flat as possible, I've put a bucket underneath to try and get this surface flat, because it was on a bit of a seam and we couldn't quite get it right, but we've managed to put a bucket on there and we've got it pretty flat as we're going to get it now. So what we're going to do is going to start sanding down inside so that the glue's got something to stick to, and we're going to go give this a try. Right, so what I've done, I've got a bit of sandpaper, 100 grit sandpaper. I've no idea what grit you need, but that's what I'm going to use. I'm just going to try and sand the inside of the hole as best I can. It's so awkward because it's so small. To be fair, if it was a bigger split, you could get your hand in there. Look at that finger action.
I was going to say she looks like she's enjoying that.
Right, now what I'm going to do, this is a solvent cleaner primer for the PVC. So I've sanded it all inside as best I can. I've got my finger right in there, give it a good old fingering. And I'm going to put some of this on and clean it out. Clean it up. I can only get my a finger's length all the way around, but I think the inner patch doesn't have to be quite as big as the outer patch, so hopefully it should be all right. Let's clean the outside as well so we don't contaminate the area. Tell you what, that's a good cleaner. Look at the dirt coming off. Right, so what I'm going to do, I've got this old grease tub, but all it is just to draw around to make a patch, to make a round patch. So by looking at it, that is about an inch and a bit both sides, all the way around. So that should be a big enough patch for the inside, hopefully. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put that on there, draw around there, cut it out, poke it in, glue it. Sounds easy. Let's see if it works. Right, I'm going to start right up in the corner so we're not wasting all this material. I'm going to draw around. And that's our patch. Right, let me get the scissors and we'll cut it out. Somehow we've got to try and poke this patch inside that hole and get it flat before we can roller it on. So hopefully we can get it in there without too much fuss. There we go, one patch. Right, on here we've got a dull side and a shiny side. The shiny side should be the side that's out, so the glue should go on the dull side, the matte finish, not the shiny finish. So we're going to sand this down the same as we sanded down the inside of the split. Right, so we're going to just slightly sand this down. I'm not really applying any pressure here, just got the weight of my hand on it. That'll do. Right, so I've mixed the glue up. You use 20 millilitres of the glue and then you use 1 milliliter of the hardener. Then you have to put a really thin coat on and leave it for 20 minutes. There we go. Got to leave that for 20 minutes. Right, so obviously I can't get that big brush inside there, so I'm going to put some on my finger. I'm just going to smooth it round with my finger. Just going to get some in my finger. I'm just going to get it inside. Put it around like that. Right, I'm just going to try and stuff it in the hole, try and undo it and then stick it down. Hopefully this is going to work. Okay, so what we've done the inside patch. I'm not 100% confident it's a great repair so far, but we've done the best we could. We're just filling it up with some air now. We're going to have a little look and see if it's leaking, and then if it's still leaking a little tiny bit, I think what I'll do is just put the other patch on the top. So I'm not going to be able to repair that again. How will I get in there to take it off? So it is what it is now. Right, there's the leak, and we're just putting some fairy liquid on it. It don't look too pretty, but at the moment it's not leaking any air. So if we get that other patch on it, I reckon we'll be alright. I reckon we'll be okay. It's holding air. There's no bubbles. Looks good to me. Get this other patch on it then. Oh man, typical English weather. Started raining on us, so we've had to resort to bringing the van over. We've got the canopy out on the van, and we've got that repair side underneath here. It's still holding air at the moment. It's still looking good. We're just cutting the other patch now to put on, but we've had to resort to coming under the bloody, look at it raining, bloody horrible, look. That is England for you, unfortunately. Right, so what we've done, we've cut the patch. We've got the patch on the heater of in the van, the fan heater, and we're warming it up so it's a bit more supple to apply. So hopefully it'll help us get the air bubbles out. We've drawn the shape of the patch. We've gone quite big with the patch, just to make sure we've got a massive surface area. There's a split. We're going to mask it up. We're going to sand this down. We're going to sand the patch down, and then we're going to apply the glue and stick it on. Hopefully this should go well. Right, unfortunately I've got crappy painter's tape and it ain't sticking, so I'm just going to have to be super careful and sand inside the lines. There we go, sanded the area. I've just got to clean it up. Got to sand the patch down, and we put the glue on. Right, just going to clean her up. Get all that sand dust off. I'll go round after and I'll get all that Sharpie pen off after with this stuff, because it seems to get it off pretty well. But what I've done here, I've gone right up to the edge. I don't know if I've done the right thing there or not, but we're going to use the edge of this rubber strip to butt it up against. I don't know if that's going to be a good thing or not, but we will see. Time will tell. There we go. I've put a a thin layer of glue. It's a bit difficult to put a thin layer of glue, to be fair, because the glue's quite thick. So it's a little bit like lumpy and bumpy. If I get the side angle, it's a little bit lumpy and bumpy, but hopefully it should do the trick. Right, on goes the patch.
So you're videoing this as well?
Get that lined up there.
Oh, no. I don't want to put that up then.
Right, guess that roller. I think what we do is go down the middle and then push it out to sides.
Yep.
That's one. No, ain't even stuck. I haven't got it lined up, have I?
I don't know, you let the glue go off a bit too much?
I don't know.
I used to give it, well, it says it's 10 minutes or whatever, 20 minutes, I used to give it about 10 seconds.
Yeah, that's me way
It's
back.
like me that, I know, but it works. It goes off like hard.
Some reason it's not sticking. I don't know why.
It's gone dry.
It's gone too dry, innit?
Yeah.
Put another coat on it quick.
I'll have to put some more on.
It
Take two. We're trying again. That's better, lined up better now. Right. Oh yeah, she's sticking now. Squeaky roller. Oh boy, that was stressful doing that. It's a bit lumpy, it's a bit bumpy. We still got the Sharpie pen around the edge, but I'll go around that with some acetone tomorrow and get all that off. But I think that repair will hold it. But like I say, time will tell. Alright guys, right, it is now a week on. It's we did this on Saturday last week and it's now Friday night and we've come down just to see if it's held air. Let's take a look. So there we go. Last Saturday we fixed that puncture. And this Friday, a week on, we've still got a decent bit of air in there. Doesn't look like a single bit has leaked out. So I think it is safe to say that that is a job done well. Doesn't look the prettiest, and I've still yet to get the Sharpie pen off. But I think that's done the job. It's fixed. So I'm pretty pleased with that repair. We're going to call it for this video. So the front of the boat is going to be in the next video. But I promise you that it's not going to be far away. So for now, I just want to thank you all for subscribing. Those of you that haven't subscribed, please consider. And I just want to say quickly as well, in my last video where I was talking to you guys, that my Sarah had cancer, and we are over the moon. We had scan results and the cancer has stopped growing and it has not spread. So I just want to thank everybody that sent a message wishing us well, and here's to the future. Take care guys, bye bye.